It is our conjecture that the close association and intense interaction with the Unitarian protagonists there may have occasioned the compositions of Tagore's hymns in English. We need to remember a rather significant comment by Mrs. Macy F. Seymour, who was the poet's hostess when he arrived in Urbana, in her article published in the Vishwa Bharati Quarterly. She remembered that the small town of Urbana was setting up its first Unitarian church when the poet arrived there. She wrote,
"It seems a happy coincidence that at the very moment that a liberal faith was manifesting itself publicly in Urbana, the representative of a great religious movement in India, the Brahmo Samaj, already associated with the Unitarian churches in America, should have appeared there."
It is quite probable that Tagore's friendship with this group of Unitarians and their reciprocal admiration and respect for him may have resulted in requests to Tagore for composing hymns for the newly founded Unitarian Church, just as he was convinced to speak publicly on philosophy by them. It is also not improbable to believe that Tagore voluntarily offered some of his verses as the text of the hymns for the Unitarian Church. It is therefore not impossible to believe that there were other such hymns composed by Tagore in English, as he was keen to initiate a liberal universalist faith. Coming down to the songs, we are yet to discover the date and the occasion of the musical compositions. But there is no doubt about the provenance of these compositions. One of the songs included in the hymnbook of the Unitarian Universalist Association is "There Are Numerous Strings in Your Lute." The hymnbook, singing the living tradition, clearly mentions words and music Rabindranath Tagore. So this song was written and set to tune by Tagore, like so many of his Bengali compositions. There is a Bengali poem in Rabindranath Tagore's Utsargo which reads,
"তোমার বিনায় কত তার আছে, কত না সুরে, আমি তার সাথে আমার তারটি দিব গো জুড়ে, তারপর হতে প্রভাতে সাঁঝে তব বিচিত্র রাগিনী মাঝে আমারও হৃদয় রনিয়া রনিয়া বাজিবে তবে, তোমার সুরেতে আমার পরাণ জড়ায় রবে, তোমার তারায় মোর আশাদীপ রাখিব জালি, তোমার কুসুমে আমার বাসনা দিব গো ঢালি, তারপর হতে নিশীথে প্রাতে তব বিচিত্র শোভার সাথে আমারও হৃদয় জ্বলিবে ফুটিবে দুলিবে সুখে, মোর পরাণের ছায়াটি পড়িবে তোমার মুখে."
The first stanza of "There Are Numerous Strings" is a free translation of the Bengali poem, though the second stanza deviates from the Bengali poem. The text of "There Are Numerous Strings" was published as the 68th verse in Tagore's English book Crossing, published in 1918. If we consider the presence of the poem before the song, then the song must have been composed after 1918. However, we cannot rule out the possibility that the English poem was written by Tagore first as the lyric of the song that he intended to compose. Then, eventually later, when Crossing was planned, the text of the song was included in the anthology. Such examples of transformation and textual transmission is not uncommon in Tagore's creations. Let us now hear the song.
strings in your lute, let me add my own among them.
There are numerous strings in your lute, let me add my own among them.
Then when you smite your chords, my heart will break its silence,
And my heart will be one with your song.
There are numerous strings in your lute, let me add my own among them.
Amidst your numberless stars, let me place my own little lamp.
Amidst your numberless stars, let me place my own little lamp. There are numerous strings in your lute, let me add my own among them. In the dance of your festival of light, my heart will throb and my life will be one with your smile. There are numerous strings in your lute, let me add my own among them.
There are numerous strings in your lute, let me add my own among them.
Unlike most of the poems of crossing, written in free verse or prose, there is a cadence in the lyric of this song which makes it easier for Tagore to set it to tune. This aspect indicates that this was probably originally conceived by the composer as a song and not just a poem. This song was not limited within the Unitarian circle, however. Even in India, in Catholic churches and schools, this song has entered into their hymnbook.
In the dance of your festival of light,